Hey guys, it's Soul. I'm starting a new series on cryptography. I want to cover topics starting from a simple Caesar cipher all the way to RSA, AES, and other modern day encryptions. Cryptography is so much more important now with computers as there's so much information that needs to be kept protected, like private messages and passwords. The best place for us to start most likely would be to define the purpose of cryptography and to see where ciphers come from. Say I have a message that I want to send to my friend John. If it contains, say, the password to my YouTube channel, I wouldn't just want to write it out in case someone read it. I would instead put it in a black box and turn it into garbage. From there, John would know how to reverse the black box and read the password. This is the purpose of ciphers at basic level, to secure information so only certain individuals can read it. Today we're going to talk about substitution ciphers as they're pretty much the most basic you can get. A substitution cipher is when you take a piece of data, say a letter if we're sending a message, and change it to another piece of data. One of the most well known and best examples of a substitution cipher is the Caesar cipher, which was made by Julius Caesar to communicate with his generals in secrecy during war. It's a pretty easy cipher though in reality. Essentially, all you do is you get your message and shift each letter down the alphabet a certain amount. So if you want to do a shift of 2, A goes to C, B goes to D, and so on until you wrap back around and Y becomes A. Alright, let's do an example. If I have the word secret and I shift it by 4 letters, it will now turn into WIGVIX. Another famous example is Pigpen, where each letter is replaced with a symbol. The name Pigpen would end up looking like this. It differs from the Caesar cipher as now you're mapping each letter to its own unique symbol instead of following a pattern of shifts like in the Caesar cipher. Now we're going to talk about decryption. Decrypting a substitution cipher can either be very simple or extremely difficult if the encryption is done right. In the cases of a Caesar cipher, it's pretty simple. Think about the Caesar cipher. There's only 26 letter combinations. It wouldn't take long to test every combination going from A to Z. If we were also to use numbers 0 through 9 in our cipher, there would now only be 36 combinations. Shift ciphers like these only scale linearly, which make brute forcing very easy. Ciphers like Pigpen, though, are harder to brute force. For the basic alphabet, it'd be 26 factorial possible combinations. But then once you add numbers, it would be 36 factorial. 1 quadrillion times more combinations to crack if you have no idea of what the symbols correspond to. And keep in mind that was only adding 10 characters. So you may be wondering, Soul, how do I break a substitution cipher? I thought these were easy. Don't worry, they're still pretty easy. The issue with substitution ciphers is that they keep the same characteristics of the language that you encrypted. English, along with all languages, have some interesting properties. Certain letters are used more often in English, for instance, the letter E compared to the letter Z. Check out this chart. The most common letters are E, T, and A, and then you can see the percentages fall with letters like H and S. Okay, now we're going to do an example. If you want to try it out for yourself, pause the video now. Okay, now to show you how to crack it. Looking at how often certain characters appear, like the boxes, we can guess characters. Seeing the 2 most common characters, we can try out the letters E and T as their substitutions. From here, it wouldn't be a stretch to guess words like the, and the rest you can figure out from brute forcing until more common words appear. This was the solution if you were curious. Attacks like the frequency attack make substitution ciphers look pretty useless, right? I agree with you that they shouldn't be used more than sending messages in class or something along the lines of that, but there's always more ways to make it more secure. To protect against frequency attacks, it's common practice to group letter combinations and treat them as their own separate letter. For example, every time there's an occurrence of TH in the text, treat it as one letter and turn both into one symbol when encrypting. Doing this process for common groupings like ING and EA make frequency attacks much harder to perform. Well, this is the end of the first video in this series. If you guys thought I missed anything, leave it in the comments and maybe I'll come back to it or try to explain things better next video. If you want to, like and subscribe, it'd really help getting my channel off its feet. And thanks for watching, guys.